Hi friends, I am Arundhati from Yarn Stitch Color, and today we are going to learn a nice new Tunisian stitch and make a headband. So we will learn to make this headband, and with the same stitch we will also make this one. So with a single stitch we will be able to make two different headbands. So to begin with, let's discuss what we need for Tunisian crochet. The first thing that we need is a hook like this, which is detachable. This is a regular Tunisian crochet hook, but this is a detachable one. It comes with a cord. We have various sizes available in the market. You can pick as per your yarn's thickness. So this is what we actually need. But just in case you do not have a Tunisian hook and a cord available with you, this headband can be easily made with a regular crochet hook too. Just bear in mind that the hook needs to be a regular one and not an ergonomic one. So any of these hooks that you see here with handles or a varied thickness like this or this are not useful. So these hooks cannot be used for Tunisian crochet, whereas a regular hook can be used. So to this hook, please attach a rubber band at the end to make a thickness which will ensure that the stitches don't drop off from the hook. So as opposed to the regular crochet, here we are going to put the stitches onto the hook. Alright, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not putting a rubber at the end because I'm used to using this crochet hook. Once you are used to, you can also avoid putting any stopper at the end. But if you want to begin with, for practice, you can put a stopper there. So what we need for this headband is some cotton yarn and a hook. We also need some scissors and stitch markers. If you are new to Tunisian crochet, a stitch marker will be useful. So let's begin making the headband. To make this stitch, we are going to do a slip knot and put the hook through. We will chain a total of any even number, but to make this headband I'm going to crochet a chain of 24. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 and 24. So I'm going to make a headband of this width. So here there's one more important thing that I guess I skipped informing you. In the Tunisian crochet, if the yarn regularly calls for a hook of 3.5, please go ahead and use at least a size or a size and a half up. So this yarn requires maybe a 3.5, but I'm going to use a 5 mm crochet hook. So in this headband, what we've made here as a chain is this part, this thickness, or this width actually. Okay, so this is how we are going to wear our headband, and currently I've made this. So in case you want it to be thinner or wider, ensure that your chain is smaller or longer accordingly. But also know that this chain right now is looking longer than this headband. But once we make the Tunisian stitches, the chain is going to, get curled up a bit, and it is going to have this width. Alright, so let's get back to making our headband. Here we've chained 24. Remember to chain an even number for this stitch. Now what we are going to do is a regular Tunisian for the first round. And in the headband, you're not going to see this starting point anywhere once you've made it. Okay, so once you've made the chain, turn it around, go into the back bump like this and insert the hook, yarn over, pull through and leave the loop on your hook. Okay, insert, yarn over, pull through and leave it there. Okay, so that's what we do across. Let me just pull out some more yarn. This hook is luckily of a decent length and it will easily take these stitches. In case you find that the stitches are more or anything of that sort, then you will require a stopper at the end of this hook if you do not have the Tunisian crochet hook. Just push the stitches back a bit to make space for new stitches because they all will be loaded onto this hook. So we are almost towards the end. Okay, so once you have loaded all the stitches onto the hook, it's going to look like this. Okay, so here luckily my 24 chain band is not touching the end of the hook, so I have space there, and that's why I have not bothered to attach a stopper here. Okay, so now once these stitches are put onto the hook, let's count. We are going to count even the first one. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 and 24. So we've got all the stitches here. Now how we do a regular Tunisian return pass, that's how we are going to do this. So how we do it is just yarn over after the last one has been loaded, just yarn over and pull through a single one. So you made a chain 1 here, then yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, I hope this is clear. Yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, so we repeat that, yarn over and pull through 2 across to finish our return pass. Okay, so here we finished the first row. Now we will begin onto the stitch which will give us this effect like this. Okay, to get this effect we will now begin the stitches. So there are actually only 2 stitches involved in this and a repeat of 2 rows. So first we are going to learn the first row. Here in the first row, do a regular Tunisian and a knit Tunisian. So it's going to be an alternate of Tunisian, simple Tunisian stitch and a knit Tunisian stitch. So for the simple Tunisian stitch, we already have a hook onto the, we have a loop on the hook. So that loop is for this first stitch. Okay, that is for this first stitch, and we are going to leave it. Insert into the front of the second stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. Let me see if I can just zoom in a bit. Okay, so we've done that. We did the first stitch. I'll just redo it. We don't do anything to the first stitch here. This is the next stitch which we are going to make another stitch into. So we have a loop over our hook, and we are going to insert into this second stitch, yarn over and pull up a stitch. Alright, now next what we are going to make is a knit. So to make a knit, we have this next stitch here. We are going to insert in between the front and the back of this stitch. Okay, this we would have done like this to do a regular simple Tunisian, but we are going to do a knit. So insert it like this and pull up a loop. Then we will do a simple and a knit. We will do a simple and a knit. So it's going to be an alternate between a simple and a knit. So that's how we make this whole row. Okay, this knit might take a little practice, but it's easier than it looks. So we do a simple and a knit. Simple, knit, simple, knit. We did a knit, right? Yeah. So now we do a simple. Just push the stitches are back a little, and we did a simple. Yeah. So we do a knit, and that's how we are at the end of the row. Now that we are at the end, just turn your work a bit, and you can see this edge stitch here. It's like a V. So we are going to insert through both to give a secure end. Regular insert through both and pull up a loop. So that's how we have the second row onto our hook. Now we are going to do a return pass. Return pass is always going to be the same. Chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, and that's it. Just keep pulling through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. That is the only exercise here. Yarn over and pull through 2. I am using a variegated yarn here, so that's going to give us a nice look. Headbands with this stitch will look good with the regular single colored yarn also, but I chose this one. So now we've finished row 1. In row 2, it's not going to be very difficult. The same thing. Just we are going to do a reverse of what we were doing till now. We were doing a simple and then a knit. Now in row 3, we are going to do a knit and then simple. So our row 1 was the basic simple Tunisian crochet. Row 2 was a Tunisian simple and knit. Row 3 is going to be knit and simple. Alright. So now to do a knit first, we have to first insert and pull through. Insert from the front, pull through. That's a simple. This is a knit and this is a simple. Also, I sometimes forget what I'm supposed to do next, a knit or simple. So an easy way to remember is, you see a short stitch here? So we insert into a short stitch and we do a knit, and we see a long stitch here, we do a simple there. Alright, we insert into the small and we do a simple into the long. Insert into the small, simple into the long. Okay, so even if midway you forget or somebody disturbs you and you forget what you were doing next, you can always see this simple. So in a short one we are doing a knit, in a long one we are doing a simple. Short one we are doing a knit, and a long one we are doing a simple. That's it. And when we come to the end, we go through both. Yarn over and pull up, chain 1, and we know how to do a return pass. Pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, so now we've finished our row 3, and it looks like this. So now we will make a row 4. Essentially this whole headband is going to be a repeat of row 2 and row 3. Okay, so now here what do we see? We see a long and a short, long and a short. So even if you don't remember if you are supposed to repeat now row 2 or row 3, don't worry, because you know what to do. In a short one you knit, in a long one you do a simple Tunisian. So here we see a long one and we are going to do a simple Tunisian. We see a short one and we are going to do a knit, a simple, a knit. I hope the knit bit is clear, or else I'll just show it once more. We know simple by now. This knit is, we see these 2 loops. So what we do is, we see this, what we do is we go in between them. Okay, and we have a simple, the knit, simple and a knit. So continue doing that and make a length that's suitable for your head. You can make this headband as long as you want and try it on. Simply make it as long as you want and try it on. Usually, let's see with a measuring tape here. This is approximately 9.5 sort of a thing. So width of little less than 20 or even 20 will be good. But then if you have if you can just try it around your head, that's the best thing to do. And once you can wrap it around your head, we will learn in the next part how to attach this headband to give it this look. And this design that you see, it will automatically appear because we are using a variegated yarn. So this is the yarn that we've used here. You can also make it with a simple regular solid colored yarn, and the look is going to be a little different, but this is what a variegated yarn can do for us. So let's meet in part 2, and thank you for watching this tutorial.